a lot of people talk about agentic or predictive analytics or sentiment analysis and stuff like that. But what's one? I don't even swarm AI. That's the like swarms of
Yeah,
robots and drones and things.
sort of. Well, not really, but the best way to think about swarm is actually like a swarm of bees. So
Yeah.
bees are great examples because they're natural collaborators and they work together. And so an army of bees will go and make a hive, and they are workers, and there's queen bees, right? And swarm AI actually works in a very similar process. You could also look at it as like birds, right? That flock together. And so all of these entities are out doing individual types of things in order to generate the results that it needs collectively. That's what swarm AI does.
So if you had to kind of parse these out for us, and I don't want you to give away too much of the book here, but I'm guessing that some of these are further along than others. The conversational AI seems to be working just fine. Large language models are better writers than most humans at this point. Other things like super intelligence and whatever we call AGI these days, not so much. We're not solving philosophical problems or getting outwitted by sentient beings yet. So
Yeah.
how do you divide this up and where are we as we sit at the beginning of 2025?
Yeah, it's a good point. And I think that's also part of why we are confused about what AI can actually do. If we look at all of the media, we look at movies, we look at, we've learned about AI through war games and Terminator. And so our belief system is that, AI is going to take over the world, and we're going to become slaves a la Matrix. And, we're going to live obliviously in this virtual reality of artificial intelligence in some way. None of that probably is actually true. But the
Yet.
unfortunate thing is that because of marketing, we have these terms that have become overly misunderstood. A great example of this would be autonomous vehicles, or the word autonomy. And so if you go into LinkedIn right now and you start to do a search, or maybe you even search specifically for autonomous AI, and now they're putting it in with agents like autonomous AI agents. Here's the hard truth for all of the listeners: autonomous doesn't exist. There is no such thing as autonomy in AI. It's a fictional, made up term specifically for marketing. And so when we believe, because everything we're reading online, that, hey, autonomy actually exists, because why else would anybody be promoting it? That becomes part of this kind of infallible belief system in what AI's capabilities are, that we are also getting from like Terminator. Terminator, you've got robots, they're autonomous, they're coming after you. Or, even other movies like, again, The Matrix. The problem with that, again, is that if we start to dissect this and we start to actually ask the questions about what is real, what is not real, what is hype, what is the bandwagon that we're on, and we look at something like autonomy and AI, well, you have to start breaking down what the definition of it is. And the definition of autonomy is that it's basically self-governance or without user input. And so if we then go to, well, we have autonomous cars. Well, no, you have cars that have a system in place that has an illusion of autonomy, but it's not an actually autonomous car.